Hi everyone!
Hi.
We're here today with Charlie Goff-Deakins, who's an artist based in Manchester, and we're just talking to him today about his incredible talent and what he wants to do to share that with the world. Now, the prints really are incredible. We're here today at his home studio, and we're just going to talk about how he got into it and other things that he does for the art industry, which I think will be featured as well with our blog. And we're just going to look at some samples that he's got today. So, Charlie, would you just like to start first with how you got into art and what really you love about it?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in an artsy-fartsy environment. My family, in one media or another, absolutely love art. We've always been encouraged from a young age to focus on art and to kind of develop our creative muscles, really, like, you know, to whatever you want to paint, whatever you want to draw, just go for it, just go crazy, like, you know. It was only a couple of years ago that I started getting serious into it. I kept going back to it and then doing something else, something that caught my eye, and then coming back again. And now it seems to be really, I'm honing my style in now. I mean, as you can see, I've developed a new kind of style that I worked on.
I'll just hold these up so that everyone at home can see as you're talking. So
It's a self-portrait, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, I've used that as my profile picture on Twitter and Facebook, because I figured that I like to think that I get an accuracy on people's likeness.
You do. You can really tell. That's one thing I love about the art.
So I thought, if I do a picture of myself as like a profile picture, I figure whoever I'm meeting to maybe who want to commission me or something like that, they'll be able to say, oh, I know exactly who you are, because that's what I'm hoping anyway. That's the idea, if they get a likeness from that one. Yes, like I said before, my style was a lot. Everything was detailed. So I focused on the tiny detail of the portrait. But I've kind of, I don't know, something wasn't just fitting right with that style that I did before, and it's all. I like to think that I've hit the nail on the head with this kind of in my own personal style, that where the eyes rest on someone's eyes and the T-zone, that's where I should focus all the detailing, and then everything expanding outwards from the centre should just be less visually like digested, a bit more diluted. And it works with everyone thinks it's watercolours, it's actually acrylics. It works with the acrylic paints that I heavily dilute with water.
yeah.
And it's almost, because I like abstract art as well. For a portrait artist, it's a bit weird. For like realism as well, it's a bit weird. I like abstract as well, but I wanted to incorporate the two together. So I think this way it's an outlet for the two. It's an outlet for getting a likeness as well as playing about with the unpredictability of heavily diluted paints and using the way the water naturally flows to kind of encourage where the painting's going.
Yeah, so it's quite fluid, like,
Yeah.
the way it's done.
Without it being too controlled.
Yeah.
That's really nice. So, with these paintings, I mean, how many have you done so far? How long does it really take you to do one?
I mean, I've got on the website there's loads of paintings, but it's from when I started out with everything detailed, and they're still up there. I mean, with this style, I've only done a few because I'm still trying to voice it, but it takes about a weekend because I work full time. I've only got the evenings and the weekends, and in the evenings I'm too knackered to do anything anyway. So the weekends is where I just go up in my studio, shut the door, and just get cracking. And before I know it, it's Monday again because I just like get fixated in it. So yeah, about weekends per painting. So
Yeah.
because it's a lot of the time is drying time, because if you're using so much water, it takes a long time to dry.
Yeah.
So
I knew that you have already explained. If you want to just let everyone know that if anyone wants to know at home, you are like able to like change, like if someone sends you a photo, you're able to like transform it into this one of these style of paintings, and you want to just explain that a bit to everyone.
And you can tell us about Amber. This is the portrait and both just show.
Yeah, I'll show you that one again.
Yeah, that one is what I do because I need to beef up my portfolio, and I'm always after models to, pose for paintings so that I can carry on painting. I do a thing where if someone has always wanted to have a painting of themselves but can't afford to buy one, I ask them to send me a photograph just by email, by JPEG image. And if it's like quirky enough, like in a cool pose or something like that, I'll be more than happy to paint it. And because they're doing me a favour in beefing up my portfolio, I feel it's only right to give them a free print. So that's what I do. They send me a photograph, I give them a free print, and in exchange I've got a bigger portfolio sort of thing. And no exchange of money. I don't pay them, they don't pay me, and they get one extra thing to tick off their bucket list, like to be an artist model. But with people who actually want to pay for a commission, like there was, I've got all sorts of requests. There was one where this woman, she absolutely dotes on her cats. She just loves her cats, and she sent me a photograph of her two cats, saying she wants a painting of them, but in one of those Tudor Viennetta collars. So I had to Google what they look like to kind of like get that image, and then kind of put them two together. And she absolutely loved them. It's just these cats with like Tudor collars. It was mad, but each to their own. And then there was this other one where it was her and her husband, and she's always blonde, but in this photo she just decided to be brown for the day. And when she sent me the photo, she said, I really want this painting, but I want to have blonde hair instead of it. So I had to kind of judge on where, with the lighting on the brown, how would it look like on the blonde hair. Similarly with my grandma for her 80th, my aunts and uncle and mum wanted a photo of her, black and white photo, but painted in colour. So I've had all sorts of requests, so like, the more the merrier sort of thing,
Yeah.
I like a challenge.
Yeah. It's great that you
difficult to like do that, like just transform a picture in your head and put it out.
Yeah, I mean, with my grandma's one, it was kind of easy because there was no reference to, I just put her in a green jumper. It could have been red, it could have been blue, but like, who's to know,
Yeah, it's really creative that when you can just decide for yourself. That's one thing I love about these creative passions that people are coming up with, because you can really imagine it up here in your mind and you create it out here, which is one thing I love, whether it's art or music, poetry, creating a documentary or film, photography. It's really having that image and transforming it into something so unique that people really appreciate. So you're really following your passion, aren't you?
Absolutely. I think self-image is a big thing of mine as well, where I've done a lot of self-portraits. After I lost about 3 stone in weight, I wanted to paint myself thinking, right, now I've got an alright body. At the time, not anymore. Now I've got an alright body, I'll start painting it, sort of thing, and the buzz I got from, I'm not a vain person at all, but the buzz I got from seeing it, I thought, wow, what if I could share that kind of. So at first I thought, what if I just kind of reach out to people who've been in the same boat, lost a lot of weight, found this new image that they want to have painted. But like it doesn't matter if someone's lost a load of weight or put a bit on and then they have the picture to, as long as they like the end result, as long as they get to see themselves as a painting, it's, I know I've done a good job if they're like, oh my god, that's so awesome, like,
it's a good feeling, isn't it?
Regardless of their experience or beforehand or anything like that, it's just,
that's the best feeling.
Absolutely.
Not working in the offices.
Oh god, no.
No, that's the best feeling to get from your job, when you really, really get that buzz inside.
It's like satisfaction, isn't it?
Yeah, true satisfaction, fulfilling your soul.
Oh yeah.
So where do you see yourself in 5-10 years time? What can we expect from Charlie Goff-Deakins?
God knows. And I'd like to not know in a way. I kind of like to know that I'd be financially comfortable, obviously, like with any other job. But I'd like to see it organically grow rather than make a forced, not effort, because I put effort into it anyway, but like a forced. I don't know,
You've planted the seed. You want to watch it grow.
Yeah. See where it takes me. my art take me to where it needs to go rather than
Yeah.
me shoving it in people's faces or anything, you know.
It will. I think it's just going to go all
I
the
think
way.
with this kind of thing as well, it's perfect where it would just spread through like word of mouth and things.
Yeah.
It's not something that you'd have to like really force, and you do a
Because
lot
the
of
quality's
things.
there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it just shows in the pictures. So, and it's like a great thing, like as a gift, or do you know what I mean? It's just a perfect thing for.
It's so personable, and you can just tell like it's so unique, and the energy you've put into creating it really comes out in the colours.
Yeah.
I think with art as well, it's very personal. It's all down to taste. You could have a technically accurate and stunning painting, but if someone likes abstracts, or if someone, you know, it could be something that ticks all their boxes, but for some reason they just don't like it. That's the thing
That's
with
fine,
art,
though,
you
isn't
know.
it? Everyone's got different
Yeah.
opinions. It's always going to happen.
So with paintings, they'll always talk for themselves. I could make 1 million posters, distribute it out to everyone, and unless they like it, you know, it's all down to their own personal taste, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but
Well, our personal taste really loves them.
thank you.
It's great. Well, what we'll do is we'll add your images to the end of the video. We'll link up to your website, social media, and people can get in touch. And like we've said earlier in the interview, if anyone at home does have an idea or a certain photo that they might think Charlie would be interested in, then make sure you send it either directly to Charlie, or you can get in touch via the Central Vibrations website. We'll also be asking Charlie if he'll put a discount for bespoke commissions. We'll add that onto the newsletter, and hopefully we'll be seeing him at art fairs in the future, and maybe even some world famous galleries.
International.
International. Okay, well, it's been lovely talking to you, Charlie.
Likewise.
As
great.
always, you can link up with our social media.
Yeah. We'll put all in the description. We'll put all the links to Charlie's website and all the details for all the social media if you need to get in touch with him directly. That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to feature as one of our Central Vibrations interviewees, then just let us know via the website, and maybe we'll be coming to a place near you. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
Okay.
Looking at the morning sun, wondering what's going on, fearing something wrong. Will you and me never been one to cry? Looking up at the sky, not gonna start it.